Hi, I'm Meg.
Hi, I'm me, and we're the Puffs.
Hi, I'm Mel. I'm your local Slytherin, and welcome back to the madness. So, imagine this. You are sadly deaf and mute, so therefore you can't communicate, and the only way you can communicate is through sign language and people's lips. Your house is in this area where you literally can't go see people for miles, and your best friend lives close, but not that close. So one day you're just cooking up some dinner, chilling, and then you get a message from your own phone to your computer. And you look around for your phone and you can't find it. You open the message and see that it's you in your house. But the angle of these images cannot be taken unless someone is inside your house. You start to panic. You look around and see if anyone at all is there. Then you see a dude. Well, what you think is a dude wearing a mask. What would you do?
Scream, cry, and hope I don't die.
Yeah, I'd be so scared. I wouldn't move, and I'd just try to hide. So,
Well,
See, we're not smart enough to survive this movie.
yeah, I would die right away, probably.
So today we are reviewing the movie Hush.
Yes.
Which took great persuasion from our friend Mel for me to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't going to watch it, but then she made me to, so I just kind of went with it. So
yeah, so a quick backstory on how we decided we wanted to watch this movie is, you see, me, E, and Meg have very, very different tastes in
yes,
movies
very.
For sure.
and TV shows. It's I like more action, superheroes, thrillers, sci-fi, and horrors. Well, they like the completely different thing.
Yeah. I like comedy. I like some action and some romance in there too. So we're completely opposite.
Me and E are way more similar than me and Mel. That's definitely for sure. I'm into the fancy ball gowns. Those ball gowns, they're my weakness.
Yeah, okay, so basically, our girl is trying to figure out a way to not die. And she's kind of, scrambling around, trying to figure out what's happening because she can't hear anything and she can't talk. So when she sees this killer, she freaks out. She is absolutely mind blown. She doesn't think it's real for a couple of seconds. Then she starts coming up with an action plan. So first, the question we all had was that mask the serial killer is wearing.
Oh,
that's some Party City type thing right
He
there.
is a frequent Party City customer. You can't change my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, I feel like the movie wouldn't be the same without the serial killer wearing the mask because that just kind of adds, like, a different level of freakiness to it. Because there's anything. Like, you can't... When a serial killer wears a mask, they don't want you to know their identity because they think they're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, you're going to get murdered and stuff, right? And yeah, that was really freaky to all of us. But I actually watched the movie before all of them. Like, it's my second time watching the movie. So I kind of expected it, but it always freaks me out every time I see it.
The thing about the mask, though, is that freaky as it may be, it was not an improvement when he took it off. This man and his smile will haunt me until I die.
Yeah, but did you know when serial killers take off the mask, they already know that they're 1,000% that they're going to kill you. Like, they're always going to get away with it. That's why he took it off, because he was confident that he was going to kill her. And that she wasn't going to survive. Because that's why, just in case, if a serial killer, kills you and you survive, you won't know what they look like because they're wearing a mask.
I hate that.
So that's why he, took it off and was like, haha, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, he was so confident
She showed him.
Yeah, I don't like him at all. He was ugly. Oh my god. No, he could have just kept it on, We don't want to see that.
This man's issues are endless. Like, why can't he just get a hobby that isn't torturing people? Can he take up some knitting or something?
Knitting!
Like, why not
Yeah.
knitting? That is a more efficient way to spend your
Yeah.
time, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
ask me.
Knit like your old grandma's nice sweater for her to wear so she doesn't freeze her tiny bones off, you know?
Exactly. Spend your money on
Yeah.
wool, not crossbows.
Oh, yeah. But another thing that we noticed is that he has a tattoo on his neck, what I think
Mhm.
is like some sort of snake or like dragon or something like that. But it's just kind of like added to it. But it looks so fake. Like that looks like some Amazon stuff you buy off, like Amazon stuff or something you buy at Claire's that you just put some water on.
Oh,
Done.
Claire's just sells the 5-year-old snake tattoos to put on their neck.
yeah. Oh,
Here, no, I hope you enjoyed your ear
Yeah.
piercing. Now here, have a snake tattoo.
yeah. Free. It's on me. I wouldn't take that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when he takes off his mask, like trying to like intimidate the main character, he
Bruh.
can't keep his mouth closed. Like it's just
I know.
hanging out there. Bet a couple more seconds, you gotta open, start drooling, like drool's like come out, and oh,
Oh my god. Ew. He disgusts me. What if a fly flies in there? That is not okay.
imagine just a fly flies into his mouth.
Yeah, that would
While
shut
he's
him
trying
up.
to look
Ruins the whole
intimidating.
mood.
Yes. That'd be funny though. Oh god.
Oh yeah, if that happened, I would have died. But one main factor about this movie was that the house was in the middle of nowhere. There's so many windows,
Mhm.
and it is only 2 floors.
Yeah.
It was the most like awkward looking house ever.
Honestly, yeah. Oof.
But yeah,
I would
Um,
never be able to
mhm.
live there. That's just kind of scary because like nothing's around you. So like, how about if like there's like an emergency, you can't go. You have to drive like miles. go to,
and
like,
if
the hospital
something
or
were to
something.
happen, like
Yeah,
it
you're
takes,
done.
like the police, firemen, or ambulance or whatever, such a long time to get there. Because
Yeah.
in the
Who
movie,
just chooses to live in the middle of the woods? Like, I don't understand that thought process.
I
Hey,
know.
mom, dad, I know I'm done college, but I've always had this dream to live in the wilderness, away from
Yeah.
our family and from all forms of civilization or help.
Mhm.
That's such a smart plan.
Yeah.
right? I don't know. But the thing is, though, is that she is, trying any way possible to get out of the situation, right? So then my G over here grabs some lipstick from her purse and starts writing backwards on the window. Like that
That's
much
talent.
skill.
Oh my
And if you
god.
look at it from the scene where it, like shows outside the house looking in, it's like perfect writing.
Mhm.
It's
She's elite.
Yeah, I'd probably
she's an
mess that
author.
up. I can never do that. That would take too long to do that for me.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
and
love
the
She
reason
can do it, and she's also in pain, like about to pass out, and she's just writing in
Yeah.
backwards.
I'd already pass out and be dead by then. So.
And the thing is though, the reason why she can't call help is because the serial killer cut off power to her house from the outside. Which I'm thinking like, okay, power boxes should be inside the house.
Yeah.
If anything were to happen, the power box should be inside the house.
Yeah, like what if an
Basically, the
animal
situation.
went to go get it and just like took it out?
Yeah. That'd just be game over. Like you're done. No lights.
That's really stupid though. Like the builder just put it outside. Shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Okay, well, while she's trying to figure out a way to escape the serial killer, she's like running around trying to find tools and stuff. And she starts to lock herself in a room.
Stupid.
But then she hears a knock at the window.
Don't even with this part.
I hate this. This is
Knock.
like, oh my god.
Knock. She has the
Melissa.
stupidest audacity to look out the window. And she
Like-
sees her dead friend. And the serial killer is holding up her dead friend's hand and knocking on the window.
I hate him.
That part sent me over the edge. I hurt at that part. That's the point where I started hurting. Like, this movie just thrives off of suspense. And I'm definitely not used to that. So my stomach was not happy with me. And so when I saw that, I was done.
Yeah.
I looked at it for like 1 second and I looked away because I couldn't take it. He's too
Mhm.
creepy and I just hate it. Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah. But at the beginning of the movie, the serial killer didn't even know she was deaf and
Deaf.
mute.
Yeah.
So what happened is how he came to figure that out is basically her friend got shot with a crossbow
Oh my god, no.
and she was running to her house. Mind you, they're in the middle of nowhere. That house, her house, to our main character's house, so far away from each other. My G's like running and running and running, right? She said, "You want to see some real speed? Oh, I'll show you some real speed."
Oh my god.
So she ran all the way to our main character's house, banging on the window, saying, "Please hear me, please hear me,"
Yeah.
knowing that our main character can't hear her.
Uh-huh.
So then the serial killer comes and kills the friend. Then he sees our
God.
main character in the mirror, just like looking there. It's like, and he starts banging on the window, and she
Mhm.
can't hear. So he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll have some fun with this," and mock her. And that's why he was at the window just staring at her, taking pictures at her. Because in this neighborhood or wilderness she's in, it's like the social norm not to lock the doors because there's no one around. It's a safe neighborhood. And she actually has this cat called, and I quote, "Bitch." The actual cat's name.
That
Oh my
cat is
God.
an icon. I
Yeah.
swear I called the cat was gonna die, and
Same.
surprisingly it didn't. But usually in these movies, the pet has to die in some
Yeah.
weird way for the main character to be even more hurt. Aside from the fact that they're literally being chased within an inch of their life. But no, I'm glad this movie avoided that stereotype because that was a fluffy cat.
Yeah, well, thank God, bitch survived.
Yes.
And
Love that bitch.
the cat is my favorite character. My favorite character. So,
That's that
yeah,
one.
the social norm is to not lock your doors or your windows or anything.
But that's so stupid because, like, if there were something to happen, then they'd be dead. Like,
yeah, but it's not known to happen there because you're in the middle of nowhere.
I would still lock my door. I'm not gonna be stupid and not lock it because anybody can come in. A freaking like bear can open up a door. Okay, they can come in here. And
Imagine
that would
just pick up some
probably
things and, like,
happen.
a big bear just starts crawling in.
I'd wake up being like, "Oh no!" I'd jump out the window. Oh god. Mm-mm.
But yeah, so that's how the killer came in, and because she's deaf and mute, she couldn't hear him coming in.
It was kind of funny. He was just banging, trying to get her attention. She was just like there on her computer,
business, cooking up some dinner.
Yeah.
Wait, that
Yeah.
dinner never got eaten.
Yep.
Oh,
That's the saddest part of this movie.
no, because it got burned. So this is a main factor, a very important factor of this movie and how she actually ends up surviving. Is since she's deaf, she needs a very, very powerful and strong fire alarm. And she actually is unable to hear the alarm.
She hears like the
so
vibration.
loud, she feels the vibrations, of the alarm. That, just keep that in the back of your head. That is a critical part of this movie. So just keep that in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So she's here in this room with her dead friend knocking at the door or knocking at the window. So she's like, "Oh my god, she died, but I still need to survive this." So she pushes out the barricade that's locking the door and runs. She's thinking, okay. And she's thinking back to when her friend came over that day to have dinner. That's why she burned the dinner. And she's like, she put her phone in her pocket. Maybe I can call help. So she makes the risky move in causing a distraction by unlocking her car, I'm pretty sure, and making when you unlock your car, press some button on your car keys that sets an alarm off in the car?
Yeah.
That's what she did. Then that distracted the killer, and she opened the window to see if her best friend had a phone. Imagine how scarring that would be to be going through your dead friend's pockets to find a phone to call 911 to arrest the killer. who just killed your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even imagine.
That
Yeah.
would be the most scariest thing ever.
I'd be scarred after that. I would be shaking and just like, oh
Anybody would be scarred. That is like one of the most traumatic events that could ever happen.
my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, well, basically, she's going through the pockets, and the killer eventually finds out, damn, she's kind of smart. She's having a decoy. So he runs back to the body, or her dead friend, and she sees him, and there's like a fight to close and lock the window,
Yeah.
but she
Oh.
manages to lock it just in time.
I hated
But
that
she
part.
didn't end up finding the phone because the serial killer
Yeah.
had the phone in,
Oh my gosh.
in his pocket.
Huh.
So she's trying to come up with a new plan. She's trying, she can't think of anything. So that's when she attempts to escape.
Yeah.
Which when we were watching this movie, we were thinking like, escape where? You're really in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. And the guy slashed her tires too, so she couldn't even escape through a car. So Han, I hate to admit it to you, but you can't really go anywhere.
But did she have a garage?
No.
What if she did and she had a car in the garage? She could have went in the garage and just like bolted out. Just as she did.
But wouldn't you think the killer start running after her? Because
but
showed
you
his
touched the
face.
gas.
But he already showed his face. He needs to kill her, so he'll do anything to kill her. So there's absolutely no way for her to escape.
Bruh.
And so she attempts to escape through the window.
Oh my god,
That
that
is
was
when-
so stupid. That was so stupid of her. Oh my.
That is when he comes, catches on, and shoots her in the thigh with a crossbow.
My heart at that section
Oh,
was either beating so fast or just stopped beating because it
But,
made me so sick.
Same. And then when she got shot, she fell backwards, right? And then she attempts to look over again when he just shot her. So why are you looking over again?
He only shot her once.
Mm-hmm.
Almost shot her twice and in the face the second time. But
She pulled some parkour moves at that. Like, she was.
That was in like a slow-mo Flash. If you guys watch the TV show, The Flash, the Matrix.
The Flash.
She was like 2 seconds away from doing a full-on backflip.
I know. Then she had to run all the way back to the window to get in before he came to get her. That was so scary.
But so basically, then he starts climbing up.
Yeah.
Wall together.
No, don't make me remember this.
Oh my god.
In the moment, of course, in order to like hoist yourself up, and he has his crossbow in his one hand, so he has to put the crossbow down and hoist himself upwards, right? So
Then
she's still there. Little does he know. So she took it, like you said, and pushed him off.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. So she's like limping towards the bathroom, and like looks at her legs, like, damn, that's all bloody and stuff. It was, I don't know, it was pretty gruesome. But the thing that bothered me was that she didn't properly like close the wound, or like basically what she did, she dumped a crap ton of rubbing alcohol on her wound, right? And you should see this poor girl was in agony. It was bad. And basically, she's just there. She's just like, okay, I gotta do this. Puts it on. I don't think she wraps it. She might wrap it a little bit, or she doesn't wrap it. I can't remember. But she just puts it on and is limping. She's trying to figure out a way to do it. And basically, in this time, she has a crossbow and she's trying to connect it. She has an arrow from her thigh, right? So she's going to use that to shoot him. So she's trying to do, but she can't. In the meantime, the serial killer's outside waiting. And that is when RG John comes.
John is the legend.
He is the best character of all of them.
Out of the like 5 characters in this whole movie, John is the best.
John is the best, in my opinion.
Yeah. John is our main character's friend's boyfriend, so partner, right?
Our main character's a friend's boyfriend.
I can't remember the main character's name. I can't. I'm sorry.
Did they even say it?
No, they did. Just at the beginning of the movie.
I don't remember.
So basically, he's there trying to find his partner, and he's going over to our main character's house and sees the writing on the window, and already knows something's wrong. So he's looking around, he's scoping, and that's when the serial killer comes. But doesn't pose as a serial killer.
That
He poses
dumbass, I hate him.
police. No, but he's really smart, the serial killer.
I know,
Poses
but I just hate him.
as a police officer. Like, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. And John's freaking out. He's like, okay, I'm just texting my girlfriend. I don't know where she is. So he's like, okay, whatever. And they have a conversation, and what's really sus about this part is that John realizes that, okay, he is not an officer, he's not in uniform. Usually officers come with backup. And, you know, he did it. He was by himself. And his story as a police officer was, yeah, I came to the crime and they knocked me out, pickpocketed me, and ran away. And I just woke up when you got here. So John's a little like, that doesn't sound right. So he's kind of suspicious from the start. And then he's like, okay, we just have to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And the reason why the serial killer doesn't struck John is because he knows that he's not going to be able to take John down. Because John is a bulky ass guy.
He is too strong and too good for that.
And the serial killer, he is more of a lengthy figure. But the reason why our main character can't take him down is because obviously she's a little less stronger than him. So he is there. He's waiting for the perfect moment to strike John.
Yeah.
That's when you hear banging on the window. Then you see our main character not yelling John, but mouthing, John, like, help, John, be careful. John turns around. The serial killer slits John's throat.
Wait, no, he takes his phone first, and then he had to, like, call for backup or something. Yeah. And then that happens. Oh, my God.
I couldn't even look. Anything to do with the throat. Just get me out.
Oh.
But yeah, and they're doing that. John's trying to figure out what's happening. His throat is bleeding. He doesn't know. He is disorientated. And he's like, what is going on? So
it's all her fault.
Well, she didn't know.
Distracted.
She didn't know.
Still.
So he's freaking out. He's like, oh crap, I'm gonna die, but might as well try to help our main character. So he starts tackling the serial killer, blood gushing out of his throat.
I don't like that.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm actually gonna be sick.
Yeah, I didn't really look at this part because I just can't.
I couldn't.
Well, basically, blood coming out of his throat, trying to strangle the serial killer. Sadly, he passed away before, but it was very, very close.
That was so sad.
The serial killer is like, damn, thank you, because I wouldn't be able to take him down by myself. There's no way. Basically, that was the end of John. So that
he had 15-ish minutes of screen time and will be forever remembered.
Yeah, John is such a G.
Not even 15, like 10.
But yeah, and she is struggling. She's like, okay, what do I do now? So I'm like skipping some parts of the movie, but this is the basic plot line and the storyline. Basically, she is now sick and tired of this serial killer's bullshit and is like, hey, just come in and kill me already. Like, I'm done. Like, you're taking forever.
Honestly, yeah.
So she with her own blood from the wound he gave her, writes on the window backwards perfectly, even though she's in pain, dying. Writes perfectly backwards, saying, "Do it,
Come
coward."
in.
Like, come
Yeah.
in, coward. And that puts the serial killer off. He was like, damn. So he starts getting his knife and starts hitting the window, trying to get in, while our main character's trying to come up with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So we see
A
her.
genius plan, may I add, how it
Oh no,
pans
she was
out.
no, she's actually
smart.
so smart.
She
Basically, what happens is she gets a knife and runs to her bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So she's there, she's facing the door with the knife in her hand, pointing forwards. So when he comes in, she can just go, boom, right? And kill him.
Yeah.
So she's waiting and waiting there, slowly feeling herself drifting away because she's losing a lot of blood and losing her vision too. And she's like all disoriented. She's weak because of the blood loss and the trauma. But she also has a lot of adrenaline in her system. So when you are deaf and mute, your senses heighten. So basically, your sense of like touch, smell, and sight. Of course, she can't use much of sight right now because of the blood loss, and she's all disorientated. But
Yeah, so to finish this off, we have our opinions. So I would personally rate it a 7.5 out of 10 because it's just not my type of movie. I'm not really into horror, but I'll watch one if I really want to. But I usually watch some romance, comedy, some action. Moving on to Meg, what was your opinion?
Honestly, this movie is definitely not my kind of movie. I never watch horror movies unless it's with you guys or some of my other friends. But honestly, this was really good. It was a good movie. It might not be my taste, but I will acknowledge it was really good. It was very well put together and the suspense was really good. The only thing I would say is they spent a lot of time just focusing on him standing outside and her wondering where he was. So I'd say cut a little bit of that out and focus more on important things. Yeah, so that would probably be my main note. But since I'm obviously not the target demographic for this, really, I'm gonna give it as a personal biased, like a 6.5 personally, but as a movie, like a 7 or 8.
Mel really enjoyed the movie, so she rated it a 9 out of 10, and she would definitely rewatch it again for the third time. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to subscribe down below, and also check out our Instagram at twopuffs.x.slytherin, and there you will find our website and our recent posts. See you guys next week. Bye!